Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. We're at the Cloud Expo 2011 in Manhattan. On our program is Paulo Rosado. He's the CEO of OutSystems. Paulo, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rich. It's a pleasure to be here.
So if we can start out by learning more about OutSystems, what does your company do?
We have a platform as a service environment that includes development, change management, and operations all in one platform.
And who are your typical customers?
Our typical customers are companies from 300 million, 100 million, up to $6 billion. And these are companies that have a tremendous need for a platform that allows them to very quickly migrate a large number of applications to the cloud.
So do companies that are highly web-oriented, are they more likely to be customers of yours, or are you just seeing a cross-section of industries from financial to healthcare?
It's a cross-section of industries. In our install base, we have more than 22 industries.
Wow.
It seems to be a very wide problem. And usually what these applications have in common is that a lot of them are written in very old technologies, in very old platforms. The code has aged. There's no developers anymore that take care of those. And we provide a migration capacity that allows them to take advantage of the cloud to basically refresh all of this functionality.
How so, specifically? If I have an old application, how do you refresh it?
Well, usually when you have a large number of applications, for instance, let's imagine that you have something built in Lotus Notes or AS400 or even all ASP, Microsoft ASP, a web application. These applications, after a while, they become very difficult to change. So if you have a large number of them, usually you want to sunset about 40% of those.
Right.
You don't want to touch them because they're old, but you want to kind of rewrite 60% of those, and at the same time refresh them with new functionality that's holding on in the backlog. And what OutSystems has is we have a model-driven development environment with a 10x productivity enhancement where we can very quickly copycat these apps, put them into production in the cloud, and then allow for further on changes to be done very, very quickly.
How do you copycat the apps?
Well, usually it's by hand because they require re-architecture.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of the model-driven environment that we have allows us to quickly, visually, develop things like the user interface, the database model, the processes and workflows. Everything is very, very accelerated.
Okay, but you have to go. So, in order to do that, do you have to look at a program and go through the program first, or do you sit down with the company to determine what the program does, or do you do both?
We usually don't touch the program. The only thing we usually touch is we look into the data model if it exists, but then we take one of the business users and we tell them, hey, just give us a demo of the app. And basically we and our partners, we just look at the app and we translate it back into the system. Something that would take probably a project that would take 2 years in technologies like traditional technologies like Java, .NET. In OutSystems, that will be probably a migration process of about 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that fast.
And then what is it running on? Does your system actually produce code or produce assembly, or what is it?
It does produce code. That's the beauty of it. It's a layer where the application that's produced, it's a well-behaved, standard-based, either .NET or Java code. So in the end, what you have is native apps, but they were rewritten using this model-driven approach and this fast productivity platform.
And if you need to, you could go in there and tweak the code with maybe slight changes you need to make?
Usually we don't advise on doing that.
Okay.
You can do it, but the way we extend and integrate is we have a tremendous integration capability where we can go and tap into, if you don't want to rewrite certain parts of code, we can just reuse that piece of the code with the rest and maintain it in the same platform.
Okay, so what are some of the newer things that we can expect from your company coming up?
Coming up?
Yeah.
I think one of the newer things is the fact that this is a platform built for the cloud way before the cloud became a name, even before the cloud existed. And so what's interesting for us now is that we appear as one of the most mature development and platform as a service environments in the world. And I think if people look into our platform as if today, they can see what a lot of the industry is going to look like in 2 or 3 years, because we've been doing this for such a long time.
Very exciting. So, well, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure.
We hope to have you back soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.